let me share with you today marketing's biggest secret. So, if you're new to marketing, especially online marketing, this is really going to help you. This is going to help you grasp why a lot of people really struggle with marketing, and it's going to help you to understand how to be successful with your online marketing. So, first thing we have to understand about marketing is all about them. You have to broadcast on the radio channel called WeFM. And WeFM stands for this: what's in it for me? So when you create content, especially educational content, which is what we encourage here at SME Heroes, when you create content for a potential audience, the question they're asking when they look at your content is WeFM. What's in it for me? And if you grasp that, it's going to change the whole way you do your marketing. So, Bob. Who's Bob? Bob is your perfect customer. Bob is the guy who spends the most amount of money with you and is the least amount of hassle. So, you have to figure out who Bob is. So create your what's called a buyer persona. And what some people do is literally is they will write down where they're from, who they are, what their income is, what their life is, what their hobbies are, what their interests are. They'll write down the perfect customer. And then what I recommend you do is actually create that persona and get a piece of A4 paper and write it down by hand, just so you can get a memory retention of the whole process. Write down all these things, and in the middle, draw a picture of Bob. We'll come back to that in a moment. But the first thing you have to understand and you have to answer is, who is Bob? Who is your Bob? Who is your perfect client? Then we have to think about talking to Bob. So when we create marketing content, right now, I'm talking to Bob. You are my Bob. Hopefully. And I'm talking to you very specifically, very directly. And it's the same whether it's in a video, it's the same whether it's in a blog. You talk to the person. You talk to the individual. You write for that person. So once you know who Bob is, now you have to talk to Bob, and you have to talk to Bob on a level that he can understand. And this is another thing as well that people miss, especially if you've got technical knowledge or you're in industry with a lot of industry speak. When you talk to Bob, oftentimes Bob won't know anything about what you're talking to him about. So you have to break it down and you have to translate it from Chinese to English, because a lot of the time it's Chinese to him. Now, there are some exceptions. Bob might be someone who gets all the technical stuff, and then you talk to Bob that way. But often when we're talking to Bob, we have to, really help them to understand. We have to really simplify everything. And the key thing when we're marketing, especially educational marketing, is we have to help Bob. It has to be education. It has to be useful. It has to be relevant. It has to be something that they want to consume. So we really must focus our marketing, our educational marketing, on helping Bob. And let me share something really interesting about Bob. Social proof is basically the concept of what other people are saying about you, your products, and your services. Now, when we market to Bob correctly, when we help Bob correctly, Bob and all the other Bobs, because we don't just get one person from marketing to Bob, it's a set of people. Bob is going to create your social proof. How would he do that practically? How's Bob going to do this? How's this process work? So what happens is we put our content out there and we try and target Bob. And we're going to use some search engine marketing. We're going to do some keyword research, figure out what our Bob is searching for, what language, and then we're going to start making sure that, you know, when Bob's asking questions, and this is a great way, we're going to talk to him, we're going to start answering questions, and then what happens is when Bob then searches online, he finds your stuff. And we're going to talk about all this in another video. And then we're going to help Bob. And Bob's going to be impressed. And Bob's going to like what we do, and he's going to relate to us. And when he does that, what he's going to do is going to comment on our blog. He's going to comment on our social media. He might reshare some of our social media. He might recommend us to someone. He might leave a review on some free content or premium content. Bob is our unpaid salesman. And Bob doesn't mind being unpaid because he's already had value. And this is the big secret, guys. You must market to Bob. And when you do, Bob is going to turn around and thank you. And with the online world, he's going to provide social proof in one of those forms. It could be, like I said, a social share. It could be a recommendation. It could be a review. They're one of the ways. And I see this all the time. When people like what I do, they will say, Mark speaks about this. Mark helped me with this. And they will point people to me. So it's not manipulation. It's a transaction. And once you understand that, marketing starts to make sense. So what I suggest you do, guys, is go and get that A4 piece of paper, write down on it, and draw a picture of Bob. And next time you're creating a piece of marketing, stick that picture of Bob above or below your computer screen if you're typing, and talk to Bob, help Bob, and your marketing content will start to become very, very powerful. And don't make the mistake of thinking that everyone in the world wants your stuff. They don't. Only Bob does. When you realize that and market to Bob, you're going to get some incredible success. So I just want to thank you for watching. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube over here. Quick tip, just subscribe, switch notifications on for this channel, and you'll get a notification and you won't miss a video. Also got some free stuff over here, so go and check that out. So if you want some free training, or you want to join the online entrepreneurs community and develop your business, go over there and find that. Social media marketing, YouTube marketing, course creation, lots of different stuff going on over there. So go and check that free stuff out. And of course, we've also got our premium courses over there. They're not expensive. They start at $20. They're going to higher than $50. And little tip for you, if you sign up to the Online Entrepreneurs newsletter, which you'll find over here, you're going to get 25% off. So thank you for watching. I look forward to catching up with you in another YouTube video.